Captain Lee Daho stood on the command bridge of the Iron Phoenix and watched the stars through the massive viewing window. His hands were steady behind his back, but his heart was beating fast. Today would change everything for humanity. Today they would leave their home system for the first time in 200 years. The Iron Phoenix was the largest ship ever built by human hands. It stretched 15 kilometers from front to back. Its dark metal hull gleamed under the lights of Luna Station, where it had been built in secret for 20 years. Thousands of workers had given their lives to make this ship real. Now it was ready to carry humanity into the unknown galaxy. Daho turned to face his bridge crew. These men and women were the best Earth had to offer. They had trained for this moment since they were children. Each one knew that the survival of their species might depend on what they did in the next few days. Commander Choi Hyun looked up from his tactical station. His young face was serious as he spoke. "Captain, all weapon systems are online. The plasma lance arrays are charged and ready. Our antimatter torpedoes are loaded in all tubes." "Good," Daho replied. "But remember, we go in peace first. The weapons are only if we have no other choice." Dr. Kim Yuna stepped forward from her science station. Her voice was calm but excited. "Sir, the xenobiology lab is ready for first contact. We have prepared translation protocols for 17 different alien language types. Our computers can learn new languages in minutes." Admiral Park Minji appeared on the main screen from Earth Command Center. Her gray hair was pulled back tightly and her eyes showed the weight of command. Behind her, the flags of all Earth nations hung together as one. "Captain Lee, are you ready to make history?" "As ready as any human can be, Admiral," Daho answered. "The Iron Phoenix is fully operational. Our crew of 50,000 is prepared. We carry the hopes of 12 billion people with us." "Then it is time," Admiral Park said. 3 hours ago, our deep space sensors detected an alien fleet moving toward our solar system. They will arrive in 6 days. We cannot wait for them to find us unprepared. You must intercept them and make contact on our terms." The bridge fell silent. Everyone knew this moment would come someday. For 2 centuries, humanity had hidden in their solar system like children afraid of the dark. Ancient robot probes had brought back terrible news from deep space. The galaxy was full of hostile alien empires that destroyed any new species they found. So humanity had chosen to hide and grow strong in secret. Chief Engineer Beijun spoke from his station. "Captain, the fusion antimatter engines are running at full capacity. We have enough fuel to travel for 3 years without stopping. Our shields can protect us from anything the aliens have seen before." Ambassador Kang Jiho joined the group on the bridge. He wore the formal blue uniform of the Earth Diplomatic Corps. "I have studied every piece of alien communication we have intercepted over the years. I believe I can negotiate with them if they are willing to listen." Lieutenant Commander Han Sola saluted as she approached. "Sir, my fighter pilots are ready. We have 200 of the fastest ships ever built waiting in our launch bays. If talking fails, we will protect the Iron Phoenix." Daho nodded to each of them. These people were more than his crew. They were his family. Together they would face whatever waited in the dark between stars. "Admiral," Daho said to the screen, "we are leaving Luna orbit now. Wish us luck." "You carry more than luck, Captain," Admiral Park replied. "You carry the future of our species. Come home safely." The screen went dark. Daho turned to his helmsman. "Take us out slowly at first. Let everyone on Earth see us leave." The Iron Phoenix began to move away from Luna Station. Its massive engines glowed blue-white as they pushed the giant ship forward. On Earth and Mars and every human colony, billions of people stopped what they were doing to watch. Children pressed their faces against windows. Adults gathered in streets and squares. Everyone wanted to see their champions depart. The ship passed Earth at a safe distance. The blue and green planet looked peaceful from space. White clouds swirled over brown continents and silver oceans. It was hard to believe that this quiet world had built something as powerful as the Iron Phoenix. As they moved past Mars, the red planet's defense stations came online. Hundreds of smaller warships appeared from hidden bases in the asteroid belt. They formed an honor guard around the Iron Phoenix as it headed toward the edge of the solar system. Dr. Kim Yuna watched her sensors carefully. "Captain, I am detecting massive energy signatures throughout the solar system. It looks like Admiral Park activated every defense platform we have. She wants to be ready in case we fail," Daho said quietly. "If the Iron Phoenix cannot stop this alien fleet, Earth will have to fight them here." Commander Choi looked worried. "Sir, what if there are more alien ships than we expect? The probe report suggested a small scouting force, but what if they were wrong? Then we will learn what humanity is truly made of, Deho answered. Our ancestors crossed oceans in wooden boats to find new worlds. Now we cross space in a ship made of steel and dreams. We do this not because it is easy, but because we must. The Iron Phoenix reached the edge of the solar system 12 hours later. Behind them, the sun looked like just another star. Ahead lay the vast darkness of interstellar space. Somewhere in that darkness, alien ships were coming toward Earth. Engage the faster-than-light drive, Deho ordered. Set course for the intercept point. It is time to announce to the galaxy that humanity has awakened. The ship jumped into hyperspace with a flash of silver light. In that moment, every advanced civilization within 50 light-years detected the massive energy signature. Ancient alien empires that had ruled the galaxy for thousands of years suddenly had something new to worry about. The age of human isolation was over. The Iron Phoenix carried Earth's children into their destiny among the stars. The news traveled faster than light itself across the galaxy. Within hours of the Iron Phoenix entering hyperspace, every major alien civilization knew that something enormous had awakened in the small yellow star system humans called Sol. On the bridge of the hegemony flagship Eternal Dominion, Fleet Commander Vextar stared at the energy readings with growing alarm. His forearms gestured wildly as he spoke to his tactical officer. This cannot be correct. No species builds ships that large. The energy signature alone would require the power output of 3 star systems. The tactical officer, an insect-like being called Ziktar, clicked his mandibles nervously. Sir, we have confirmed the readings with 17 different sensor arrays. The unknown vessel is approximately 15,000 meters in length. Its power core is unlike anything in our databases. Across the galaxy on the ancient homeworld of Cathara Prime, the Council of Elders gathered for the first time in 50 years. These beings had ruled their empire for over 3,000 years. They had seen young species rise and fall like waves on a beach, but none had ever announced themselves with such overwhelming force. Elder Mordain spoke with a voice like grinding stone. Summon our war fleets from the outer rim. If this new species wishes to play with the great powers, they must learn the rules of survival in our galaxy. Meanwhile, the Iron Phoenix continued its journey through hyperspace. Captain Lee Deho walked through the ship's corridors and marveled at what humanity had accomplished. The vessel was like a floating city. Gardens grew under artificial sunlight. Children played in parks while their parents worked at stations throughout the ship. Ambassador Kang Jiho found the captain in the diplomatic section of the ship. This area had been designed to host meetings with alien species. The rooms could change temperature, atmosphere, and gravity to make different kinds of beings comfortable. Captain, I have been studying the alien transmissions our long-range sensors are picking up, Kang said. The galaxy is in chaos. Trade routes are shutting down. Military fleets are moving from dozens of different star systems. All because of us? Deho asked. Because of what we represent, Kang replied. For thousands of years, the great alien empires have maintained balance through fear and tradition. They destroy any new species that might upset that balance, but we are too powerful to simply destroy without cost. Dr. Kim Yuna joined them in the corridor. Her tablet showed dozens of different alien languages and communication patterns. I have been analyzing their broadcasts. 3 major powers are forming an alliance against us: the hegemony, the Cathara Empire, and something called the Void-Touched Collective. Chief Engineer Bei Jun appeared around the corner, his uniform stained with engine grease. Captain, you need to see this. Our faster-than-light wake is being tracked by at least 12 different alien sensor networks. They are mapping our exact course and speed. Lun Commander Han Sola stepped out of a transport pod with several of her pilots. Sir, my scouts have detected alien probe ships following us at a distance. They are staying just outside our sensor range, but they are definitely there. Captain Deho called for a meeting in the main briefing room. The senior staff gathered around a large table that displayed a 3-dimensional map of local space. Red dots showed known alien fleet positions. They were all moving toward the same area where the Iron Phoenix would intercept the original hegemony force. It appears our dramatic entrance has attracted more attention than we planned, Deho said. Instead of meeting one small alien fleet, we may face a coalition of the galaxy's major powers. Commander Choi Hyun studied the tactical display. Captain, the combined fleet strength moving against us numbers over 800 ships. Even with our advanced technology, those are difficult odds. Perhaps that is exactly what we need, Ambassador Kang said quietly. Think about it. If we can impress all the major powers at once, we establish our position in galactic politics immediately. No species will be able to ignore or dismiss humanity ever again. Dr. Kim Yuna looked worried. But what if they decide we are too dangerous to allow into the galaxy? What if they unite permanently against us? Then we show them that humanity cannot be destroyed easily, Daeho replied. But first we try to show them that we come in peace. Our weapons are for defense only. In the Hegemony Command Center, Fleet Commander Vextar received reports from across the galaxy. His communication officer, a blue-skinned humanoid named Keltos, brought disturbing news. Sir, the Kithara Empire has dispatched their third fleet. The Void-Touched are sending their plague ships. Even the neutral systems are choosing sides. This unknown species has destabilized the entire sector. Good, Vextar said coldly. When this human ship is destroyed, we will divide their technology among ourselves. Their star system will provide resources for decades. But on the world of Peaceful Harbor, a trading station at the edge of neutral space, different conversations were taking place. Merchant Captain Tilara of the Independent Freighter, Quick Profit, spoke with her crew about the developing situation. Maybe these humans are not our enemy, she said. The great empires have kept us small traders under their control for centuries. Perhaps it is time for change in the galaxy. Similar discussions happened on dozens of worlds. Not everyone feared humanity's arrival. Some saw it as an opportunity for freedom from the ancient powers that controlled galactic civilization. The Iron Phoenix dropped out of hyperspace at the designated intercept point. Captain Daeho stood on his bridge and looked at the empty stars ahead. How long until the alien fleets arrive? 18 hours for the first Hegemony ships, Commander Choi reported. The larger fleets will arrive over the next 3 days. Then we wait, Daeho said. And we prepare for the most important conversation in human history. Dr. Kim Yuna activated her translation computers. Ambassador Kang reviewed his negotiation strategies. Lieutenant Commander Han Sola prepared her fighters for launch. Chief Engineer Bay checked every system twice. Across the galaxy, millions of beings watched their communication screens and waited to see what would happen when humanity met the powers that ruled the stars. The Iron Phoenix hung motionless in space, a dark giant surrounded by the light of distant suns. Inside its halls, 50,000 humans prepared to speak for their entire species. The galaxy held its breath and waited for first contact. The first alien ship appeared on the Iron Phoenix sensors at exactly 1400 hours. It was small compared to the human vessel, only 300 meters long, but it moved with deadly grace through space. Captain Lee Daeho watched the sleek craft approach while his crew prepared for humanity's first contact with alien intelligence. It looks like a Hegemony scout ship, Dr. Kim Yuna reported from her science station. My computers are detecting 5 different life signs aboard. They are scanning us with every sensor they have. Commander Choi Hyun kept his hands ready above his weapon controls. Captain, they could be calling for reinforcements right now. Should we jam their communications? No, Daeho replied firmly. We came here to talk, not to start a war. Open a communication channel and activate the translation protocols. The main screen flickered to life. The image showed the interior of the alien ship. 5 beings stood before the camera, each one different from the others. The center figure was tall and thin with 4 arms and silver skin. Its large black eyes stared directly at the human captain. I am Fleet Commander Vextar of the Hegemony 5th Scout Division, the alien said. Its voice was translated by the computers into perfect human language. You will surrender your vessel immediately and prepare to be boarded for inspection. Ambassador Kang Jiho stepped forward with his hands raised in the universal gesture of peace. Greetings, Commander Vextar. I am Ambassador Kang Jiho, speaking for the human species. We come in peace and wish to establish diplomatic relations with your people. The alien commander made a harsh laughing sound. Humans, yes, we know of your species. You have hidden in your small star system like frightened children. Now you build one large ship and think you can challenge the powers that rule this galaxy. You are mistaken, Dr. Kim Yuna whispered to the captain. Sir, I am detecting weapon systems charging on their ship. They may be preparing to attack. We do not wish to challenge anyone, Ambassador Kang continued calmly. We only want to take our place among the civilized species of the galaxy. Surely there is room for peaceful coexistence. Commander Vextar stepped closer to his camera. There is no room for species that refuse to accept their place. You will submit to hegemony authority or you will be destroyed. These are your only choices. Captain Deho moved beside his ambassador. Commander, we prefer peaceful solutions, but we will defend ourselves if necessary. Perhaps we can find a middle ground that benefits everyone. The only middle ground is your complete surrender, Bextar replied coldly. Lower your shields and prepare to receive our boarding party. You have 60 seconds to comply. The alien transmission cut off. On the bridge of the Iron Phoenix, the crew waited for their captain's orders. Everyone knew that the next few minutes would determine the future of human-alien relations. Sir, their weapons are fully charged, Commander Choi reported. They are targeting our command section. Master Sergeant O'Tyke appeared on the bridge in full combat armor. Captain, my Marines are ready if they try to board us. But I recommend we handle this diplomatically if possible. Ambassador Kang looked frustrated. I cannot negotiate with someone who refuses to listen. They see us only as a threat to be eliminated. Dr. Lim Nara, the ship's military psychologist, studied the alien behavior patterns on her screen. Captain, their body language suggests they are afraid of us. This aggression may be covering up their fear. 30 seconds remaining, Commander Choi announced. They are moving into attack position. Captain Deho made his decision. Raise our shields to full power. Charge the point defense systems only. We will protect ourselves, but we will not fire first. The alien scout ship suddenly accelerated toward the Iron Phoenix. Its weapons began firing concentrated energy beams at the human vessel's shields. The bridge shook slightly as the alien weapons struck their protective barriers. Their weapons cannot penetrate our shields, Chief Engineer Beijun reported. But they are calling for reinforcements. I am detecting 3 more ships approaching fast. Captain, we should retreat, Dr. Kim Yuna suggested. This is clearly a hostile first contact. We can try again with different aliens. No, Deho replied. If we run now, every alien species will see us as weak. We must show strength while still trying to make peace. The 3 reinforcement ships arrived and immediately began attacking the Iron Phoenix. Their combined firepower was much stronger than the single scout ship. The human vessel's shields began to weaken under the constant bombardment. Didier Commander Han Sola contacted the bridge from the fighter bay. Captain, request permission to launch fighters. We can disable their ships without destroying them. Permission granted, Deho said. But remember, we want to capture one of their ships intact if possible. We need to understand their technology and their language. 20 human fighter craft launched from the Iron Phoenix. They were faster and more maneuverable than the alien ships. Within minutes, they had disabled 2 of the attacking vessels. But the lead scout ship managed to transmit a detailed scan of human technology back to the hegemony fleet. Commander Vextar appeared on screen one final time. You have made a grave mistake, humans. The entire galaxy will know what you are. You will find no friends among the stars. Wait, Ambassador Kang called out. We can still talk about this. There has to be a peaceful solution. But the alien commander was not interested in peace. He ordered his ship to ram the Iron Phoenix at full speed. His vessel accelerated directly toward the human ship's bridge. Defensive fire only, Captain Deho ordered. Try to disable their engines. Commander Choi activated the point defense lasers. The precise beams struck the alien ship's engine section, but it was too late. The scout ship was moving too fast to stop. Shields at maximum, Chief Engineer Bay shouted. Brace for impact. The alien ship struck the Iron Phoenix shields and exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The explosion was so powerful that it damaged several nearby fighter craft. 3 human pilots were injured in the blast. Chief Medical Officer Jang Kyung rushed to treat the wounded. These are our first combat casualties, she reported to the captain. They will recover, but this is what war with aliens looks like. On the bridge, everyone stood in shocked silence. Humanity's first contact with alien intelligence had ended in violence and death. The dream of peaceful coexistence seemed suddenly very distant. Dr. Kim Yuna studied the wreckage of the alien ship. Captain, they transmitted everything they learned about us before they died. The entire galaxy now knows our capabilities. Captain Deho looked at the stars ahead where more alien fleets were approaching. Then we must be ready for whatever comes next. Signal Earth Command. Tell them first contact has failed. We are now at war with the galaxy. The news of the destroyed hegemony scout ship spread across the galaxy like wildfire. Within hours, every major alien empire knew that the mysterious human vessel was not only powerful, but willing to use that power. Fear and anger replaced curiosity in the hearts of billions of alien beings. On the bridge of the Iron Phoenix, Captain Lee Daeho studied the tactical display with growing concern. Red dots representing hostile fleets were converging on their position from 3 different directions. The numbers were staggering. Colonel Song Minwoo, the ship's strategic warfare specialist, pointed to the largest concentration of enemy ships. "Captain, the hegemony is bringing their entire 3rd battle fleet. That's over 200 warships. The Kythera Empire is sending their Doom Squadron, another 100 ships. And these new contacts here are from something called the Void-Touched Collective." Commander Yoon Hana looked up from her intelligence station. "Sir, I have been monitoring alien communications. They are coordinating their attack for maximum effect. They plan to surround us and attack from all sides at once." Dr. Kim Yuna examined the alien fleet compositions on her screen. These species have been enemies for centuries. The fact that they are working together against us shows how much they fear humanity's emergence. Captain Daeho walked to the center of the bridge and looked at his crew. These brave men and women had followed him into the unknown, expecting to make peaceful contact with alien civilizations. Instead, they found themselves facing the largest space battle in galactic history. "How long before the first enemy fleet arrives?" he asked. 6 hours for the Hegemony Advance Guard," Commander Choi Hun replied. "The main alien armada will be in position in 18 hours. Ambassador Kang Jiho approached the captain with a worried expression. "Sir, I have been trying to establish communication with the moderate alien factions. Some species are willing to listen, but their voices are being drowned out by the warmongers." Lieutenant Commander Han Sola joined the group from the fighter bay. "Captain, my pilots are ready for combat, but we are badly outnumbered. Even with our superior technology, fighting 400 enemy ships will be difficult." "Then we don't fight them all at once," Daeho said with a slight smile. "Humanity's greatest advantage has always been our ability to think differently. If we cannot win through strength alone, we must win through intelligence." Chief Engineer Bae Jun appeared on the bridge carrying a data tablet. "Captain, I have an idea that might help us. Our ship produces a unique energy signature that shows up on every alien sensor in the galaxy. What if we use that to our advantage?" Dr. Lim Nara, who had been studying alien psychology patterns, looked up from her research. "Sir, I have noticed something interesting about their military formations. Each alien species fights in a very predictable way based on their culture and biology. They have not adapted their tactics for fighting humans." Master Sergeant Otyke came onto the bridge wearing his combat armor. "Captain, my Marines have prepared a special operation. If we can get close to one of their command ships, we might be able to gather intelligence about their plans." Captain Daeho listened to each suggestion carefully. His crew was offering him the tools for victory, but victory would require careful planning and perfect timing. "Colonel Song, what do you recommend for our strategy?" The strategic warfare specialist activated a 3-dimensional tactical display. "Sir, I suggest we use hit-and-run attacks against their advance forces. We strike hard and fast, then disappear before they can respond in force. This will make them nervous and cause them to make mistakes." "Commander Yoon, what can intelligence tell us about their leadership structure?" Daeho asked. The intelligence officer brought up profiles of the alien commanders. "Each fleet has a different command style. The hegemony relies on strict hierarchy and following orders. The Kythera Empire uses individual ship commanders who compete for glory. The Void-Touched Collective shares a group mind that makes decisions slowly." "Perfect," Daeho said. "We can use their differences against them. If we attack the hegemony forces first, the other aliens will wait to see what happens. If we make the Kythera commanders angry, they will break formation to chase us individually." The Iron Phoenix began moving toward the approaching hegemony advance guard. The massive human ship seemed to glide through space like a hunting predator. Its dark hull absorbed starlight, making it difficult for enemy sensors to track accurately. "First contact with enemy scouts in 30 minutes, Commander Choi reported. "They are sending probe ships ahead of their main force." Lieutenant Commander Han Sola launched a small squadron of fighters to intercept the alien probes. Her pilots used new tactics developed specifically for fighting unknown alien ships. Instead of destroying the probes immediately, they disabled their communications and herded them away from the main battle area. "Excellent work," Captain Daeho said. "Now the enemy fleet is flying blind. They don't know our exact position or capabilities." The Hegemony Advance Guard consisted of 30 fast attack ships, designed to scout enemy positions and call in the main fleet. They approached the Iron Phoenix in a perfect formation that showed their military discipline. "All weapons ready," Commander Choi announced. "Targeting their command ship. Fire one plasma lance only," Daeho ordered. "Let's see how they react to our main weapon." A brilliant beam of coherent plasma energy shot out from the Iron Phoenix and struck the lead hegemony ship. The alien vessel's shields flared brightly and then collapsed completely. The ship spun helplessly through space with its engines destroyed. The remaining hegemony ships immediately broke formation and scattered. Their disciplined attack pattern dissolved into chaos as individual captains tried to avoid the terrible human weapon. "Just as we hoped," Colonel Song observed. "Their training did not prepare them for weapons this powerful." Dr. Kim Yuna monitored the alien communications. "Captain, they are sending panic reports back to their main fleet. They are describing our plasma lance as some kind of star-killer weapon." "Good," Daeho replied. "Fear will make them more cautious and give us time to prepare for the main battle." Chief Medical Officer Jang Kyung appeared on the bridge to report on the captured alien crew members. "Sir, the survivors from the damaged ship are willing to talk. They say their commanders never expected to face human technology this advanced. The Iron Phoenix moved through the scattered hegemony ships like a shark among minnows. Each precisely aimed shot disabled another enemy vessel without destroying it completely. Within 2 hours, the entire advance guard was floating helplessly in space. Phase 1 complete, Captain Daeho announced to his crew. "Now we prepare for the real battle. The main alien fleets will be much more dangerous." As the Iron Phoenix moved toward its next target, alien commanders across 3 different fleets began to worry that they had underestimated their human enemy. The Iron Phoenix raced through hyperspace toward the Sol system with urgent news. Captain Lee Daeho had discovered the alien fleets were planning a direct assault on Earth itself. But as the massive human ship dropped out of faster-than-light travel at the edge of their home system, Daeho saw something that made his heart soar with pride. Earth had not been waiting helplessly for rescue. Hidden throughout the solar system, dozens of human warships were emerging from concealment. Asteroid mining bases opened like flowers to reveal massive gun platforms. The outer planets had been turned into fortress worlds bristling with weapons. Admiral Seo Donga appeared on the main communication screen. His weathered face showed the determination of someone who had spent 20 years preparing for this moment. Behind him, the flags of United Earth Command flew proudly. "Welcome home, Captain Lee," the Admiral said. "I hope you are ready for the fight of our lives." "Admiral, how many ships do we have?" Daeho asked, still amazed by what he was seeing. "The Iron Phoenix was never our only weapon," Admiral Seo replied with a grim smile. "She was bait to draw all our enemies into one decisive battle. We have been building a secret fleet for decades. Captain Nayunji contacted them from the bridge of the battleship Earth's Hammer. Captain Lee, it's good to see you again. My ship and 12 others were hidden in the asteroid belt. We have been waiting for this day since we were children." The tactical display showed the true scope of humanity's preparation. Over 60 major warships had been built in secret facilities throughout the solar system. Thousands of fighter craft waited in hidden bases on moons and asteroids. Defense platforms surrounded every inhabited world. Commander Choi Hyun studied the fleet roster with amazement. "Captain, these ships are all equipped with the same advanced technology as the Iron Phoenix. Earth has built an entire battle fleet in secret." Dr. Kim Yuna examined the sensor data from the approaching alien armadas.
"Sir, the enemy fleets are still 18 hours away."
"They have no idea what they are flying into." Admiral Seo's image was joined by several other fleet commanders. "Captain Lee, you have done exactly what we hoped. Every hostile alien empire has revealed themselves by joining this attack. After today, we will know exactly who our enemies are and who might become our allies." The Iron Phoenix took its position as flagship of the human fleet. Around it, the other Earth ships formed into battle groups designed to fight different types of alien vessels. Each group had trained for years to counter specific enemy tactics. Commander Han Solo reviewed the fighter pilot assignments with her squadron leaders. "We have over 3,000 fighter craft ready for launch. Each pilot knows their target and their mission. This will be the largest space battle in human history." Chief Engineer Bae Jun coordinated with his counterparts on the other ships. "All vessels report ready for combat. Our new ships have even better shields and weapons than the Iron Phoenix. The aliens are in for a terrible surprise." Master Sergeant Otaik spoke with Marine commanders throughout the fleet. If any alien ships survive long enough to attempt boarding actions, we will be ready for them. Every human ship carries a full complement of combat troops. As the hours passed, more details of Earth's secret preparations became clear. The planet had been turned into a fortress world. Massive orbital defense stations protected every approach. The moon had been hollowed out and filled with weapon systems. Mars had become a giant military base. Colonel Song Minwoo coordinated the overall battle plan with Fleet Command. The alien fleets will arrive in 3 waves. First the Hegemony forces, then the Cathara Empire. Finally, the Void Touch Collective. We will defeat them one at a time. Commander Yoon Hana monitored alien communications as their fleets approached the solar system. Sir, they are still confident of victory. Their leaders are already discussing how to divide human territory among themselves. Ambassador Kang Ji-ho worked with diplomatic teams on several ships. Captain, I have been in contact with neutral alien species throughout the galaxy. Many of them are watching this battle carefully. If we win decisively, some may choose to ally with humanity. The first alien fleet appeared at the edge of the solar system exactly on schedule. 200 Hegemony warships dropped out of hyperspace, expecting to find a small human settlement protected by outdated defenses. Instead, they found themselves facing the most powerful battle fleet ever assembled. Fleet Commander Vextar stood on the bridge of his flagship and stared at the display showing human ship positions. His 4 arms gestured wildly as he tried to understand what he was seeing. "This is impossible," he said to his tactical officer. Intelligence reports said the humans had only 1 large ship. Where did this fleet come from? Admiral Seodonga opened a communication channel to all alien ships. Attention Hegemony Fleet. This is Admiral Seo of Earth Defense Command. You have entered our territory without permission and with hostile intent. Surrender now or face the consequences. Commander Vextar laughed harshly. Foolish humans. You may have more ships than we expected, but we are still the superior force. We have conquered hundreds of star systems. Your primitive weapons cannot stand against hegemony technology. Then let us show you what human technology can accomplish, Admiral Seo replied calmly. The battle began when the Iron Phoenix fired its main plasma lance at the Hegemony flagship. The brilliant beam of energy struck the alien ship's shields and punched completely through them. The flagship exploded in a ball of flame that lit up the entire battlefield. Immediately, every human ship opened fire. Advanced weapons systems that had never been tested in real combat proved their worth against alien technology. Hegemony ships that had terrorized the galaxy for centuries were destroyed or disabled within minutes. Captain Naunji led her battle group in a flanking attack that caught the alien fleet completely by surprise. Enemy ships are breaking formation. They cannot handle our coordinated assault tactics. Lieutenant Commander Han Solo launched her fighters in precise formations that overwhelmed the alien point defenses. Human pilots who had trained their entire lives for this moment proved superior to alien crews with centuries of experience. Within 2 hours, the entire Hegemony fleet was either destroyed or surrendering. Not a single human ship had been lost. The aliens who had come to conquer Earth were now prisoners or debris floating in space. But this was only the beginning. Long-range sensors detected the Cathara Empire fleet approaching fast. Behind them came the mysterious ships of the Void-Touched Collective. Captain Lee Daeho stood on his bridge and watched the wreckage of the Hegemony fleet drift past his ship. Signal all vessels. Prepare for the next wave. Today we prove that humanity deserves its place among the stars. The battle for Earth was far from over, but the galaxy was beginning to understand that they had awakened something powerful and determined. The age of human isolation was ending, and the age of human expansion was about to begin. The Cathara Empire fleet arrived at the edge of the Sol system like an ancient storm given form. Their ships were massive and dark, built for intimidation as much as warfare. For 3,000 years, these beings had ruled their corner of the galaxy through fear and overwhelming force. Elder Mordain commanded the Cathara fleet from his dreadnought Eternal Darkness. The ancient being had seen the rise and fall of dozens of younger species. He studied the wreckage of the Hegemony fleet floating in space, and felt something he had not experienced in centuries: uncertainty. The humans destroyed an entire Hegemony battle fleet without losing a single ship. His tactical officer reported, "Their weapons technology appears to be far beyond our projections." Fleet Admiral Quan Taemin took command of the human forces as the largest space battle in galactic history began. From his flagship stationed near Earth, he coordinated 63 human warships and thousands of fighter craft against enemies that had terrorized the galaxy for millennia. All ships. Battle Formation 7, Admiral Kwan ordered. The Kithara fight like ancient warriors seeking individual glory. We will use their pride against them. Captain Lee Daeho positioned the Iron Phoenix at the center of the human formation. Around him, his crew prepared for the most important battle of their lives. The outcome would determine whether humanity took its place among the galactic powers or was destroyed as a dangerous upstart species. The Kithara ships attacked with the confidence of beings who had never known defeat. Their massive vessels opened fire with weapons designed to crack planets and boil oceans. But the human fleet scattered like leaves before a wind, using speed and coordination to avoid the devastating alien firepower. Their weapons are powerful but slow, Commander Choi observed. Our ships are too fast for their targeting systems. Lieutenant Commander Han Solo led her fighter squadrons in attacks against the Kithara weapon platforms. Human pilots darted between the massive alien ships like insects, striking precisely at critical systems and then disappearing before the enemy could respond. The battle raged for hours across the entire solar system. Human ships used the asteroids and moons as cover, while they struck at the Kithara fleet from unexpected angles. The aliens, accustomed to direct confrontation, found themselves fighting an enemy that refused to stand still and trade blows. Captain Na Yunji led a daring assault against Elder Mordane's flagship. Her battle group approached the massive Kithara vessel from 3 directions at once, overwhelming its defenses through pure tactical brilliance. Target their command center, she ordered. If we can capture their leader alive, the rest of the fleet may surrender. The Earth's Hammer and her escort ships punched through the Kithara defenses and disabled the Eternal Darkness with precise weapon fire. Within minutes, Master Sergeant Otak and his Marines were boarding the alien flagship. Elder Mordane found himself face to face with humans for the first time in his long life. The ancient being studied these young warriors with something approaching respect. You fight with honor, he said to Sergeant O through the translation devices. Perhaps we underestimated your species. We fight for our survival, O replied. But we would prefer peace if you are willing to listen. The capture of the Kithara flagship caused confusion throughout their fleet. Some ships continued fighting while others began withdrawing from the battle. The ancient unity of the Empire was breaking down in the face of human tactics they could not understand. But the greatest test was yet to come. The Void-touched collective arrived in ships that seemed to absorb light itself. These beings were perhaps the most dangerous enemy humanity would face, creatures that shared a collective mind and fought with perfect coordination. Dr. Kim Yuna studied the new arrivals with growing concern. Captain, these ships are unlike anything we have encountered. Their technology seems to bend the laws of physics. The Void-touched attacked with weapons that fired pure darkness, beams that seemed to drain energy from anything they touched. Several human ships found their shields failing as the strange alien weapons overwhelmed their defensive systems. All ships modify shield frequencies, Admiral Kwan ordered. Chief Engineer Bei, can our weapons penetrate their hulls? Beijun worked frantically at his engineering station. Sir, their armor seems to absorb our plasma beams. We need a different approach. Ambassador Kang Jiho made a desperate attempt at communication with the Void-touched. This is Ambassador Kang of Earth. We seek peaceful resolution to this conflict. Surely we can find common ground. The response came as a telepathic message that reached every human mind simultaneously. We are the Void, we consume. Resistance is meaningless. Dr. Lim Nara studied the psychological profile of the Void-touched with increasing alarm. Captain, these beings may not be capable of traditional negotiation. Their collective mind sees only expansion and consumption. The battle against the Void-touched pushed human technology and tactics to their limits. The aliens fought with perfect unity, each ship knowing exactly where every other ship would be at any given moment. But humanity had something the collective mind could not understand: individual creativity and unpredictability. Captain Lee Daeho made a desperate decision. All ships concentrate fire on their largest vessel. If we can disrupt their collective mind, the rest of their fleet may become confused. The entire human fleet focused their weapons on the central Void-touched ship. Hundreds of plasma beams and antimatter torpedoes struck the alien vessel simultaneously. For a moment, the strange dark armor held against the assault. Then something unexpected happened. The concentrated human weapons fire created a resonance effect that spread through the void-touched fleet like a wave. Ship after ship began losing power as their collective mind was disrupted by the feedback. "It's working," Dr. Kim Yuna reported excitedly. "Their shared consciousness is breaking down. They cannot coordinate their attacks anymore." Within hours, the most feared fleet in the galaxy was floating helplessly in space. The void-touched collective, which had consumed dozens of star systems, was defeated by human ingenuity and determination. As the last alien ship powered down its weapons, a strange silence fell over the solar system. For the first time in galactic history, 3 major alien empires had been defeated in a single battle by a species they had never taken seriously. Admiral Quan Taman opened communication channels to all surviving alien ships. "This is Admiral Quan of Earth Defense Command. The battle is over. We offer medical assistance to your wounded and safe passage home to any who wish it." Elder Mordain of the Kithra spoke for many aliens when he replied, "We came here expecting to crush a primitive species. Instead, we have learned that the galaxy has room for new powers. Perhaps it is time for old enemies to become new friends." 1 year later, Captain Lee Daeho stood on the observation deck of Harmony Station, the first joint human-alien space station. Ships from dozens of different species docked at the massive facility, their crews working together on projects that would benefit the entire galaxy. Ambassador Kang Jiho approached with a report on the latest diplomatic developments. "Captain, 3 more alien species have requested membership in the Galactic Cooperation Council. Trade agreements are being signed every day. The galaxy is more peaceful now than it has been in centuries." Dr. Kim Yuna joined them at the viewing window. "It's amazing what we accomplished. When the Iron Phoenix left Earth, we hoped to make peaceful contact with one alien species. Instead, we created a new age of cooperation for everyone." Captain Daeho watched as human and alien children played together in the station's recreation areas. "Perhaps our greatest weapon was never the Iron Phoenix or our advanced technology. Perhaps it was our ability to see enemies as potential friends." The massive human warship hung in space nearby, its weapons powered down but ready if needed. The Iron Phoenix had become a symbol of both human strength and human mercy. It proved that the newest species in the galaxy could be both powerful enough to defend themselves and wise enough to choose peace. The galaxy that had once feared humanity's awakening now looked to them as leaders of a new age of exploration and cooperation. And in the depths of space, new species were beginning their own journeys to the stars, knowing that they would find friends waiting to welcome them into the galactic community.